Congratulations on purchasing your first ever Rinse or Rinse Plus system. Let me show you how to unbox it and some basic setup instructions to get going your first time. Now, presentation wise, we've dumbed it down here. It'll look a lot much better when it shows up on your door, but here's what to expect. This is the size box you'll receive your system in. You begin by removing the tape at the top of the box. We will write which side is the top because you'll want to remove it from that way. You'll notice some foam inside the box that's protecting the reverse osmosis card. You're going to want to grab the top handle and pull it out as if you're rolling it on the ground. Removing the foam, once you can definitely help this process. Now that I have the system out of the box, I'm going to show you a couple tips on how to get started. Now the system I unboxed is the Rinse, but the Rinse Plus follows the same principles in terms of setup. The bottom pre-filter is where you'll attach the hose. You will use this spinning socket in order to attach your garden hose. You take standard 3/4 garden hose thread, and once you do that, you can then use the provided piece that converts this 3/4 garden hose male thread to a 5/16 tube so that you can connect your water fed pole. That part that I just spoke about looks like this. It has a small hole for the tubing and a big port for the osmosis machine. Just thread it on easily. Doesn't need to be too snug. Now, everything's ready to go at this point. The first thing you're going to want to do is plug in your hose to this swivel inlet right there, and then on the wastewater, which is here at the bottom, you're going to want to point the arrow upward. What does that mean? Well, that means that your waste line is going to allow full flow through it. It's not going to send any water to your DI. Now, the reason for this is we want to saturate the reverse osmosis membrane. And if you don't know what that is, to explain it simply, we essentially want to break in this membrane so that it only produces the best water possible. Opening this valve will allow us to flush the RO membrane quicker and not destroy our resin in the process. Now, once you connect your hose and turn it on full blast, you're going to see that a ton of wastewater will come out, but zero pure water will come out. That is normal. We do not want to pressurize the system just yet. We are flushing out the membrane, as I said earlier. Now, it might vary how long it takes for your membrane to break in, but a general rule of thumb is to read the TDS from the pure water port, which is in the center on the top cap. I can't give you an exact number that you can read with your TDS reader provided. That means your RO is broken in. But as a general rule of thumb, here in California, my tap TDS is about 250. I know my RO is working correctly when the TDS is about 30 to 35 from the RO filter. After I've spent about 5 to 10 minutes running water through this membrane, I am ready to start creating some pure water. Now, the way to do that is by turning this valve right here, like I said earlier. I'm going to turn it to the right. Now, that would be clockwise. And what this is going to do is close the valve almost fully. There's a small hole inside this valve that allows a little water to dribble out, which is essential for reverse osmosis. It is going to create wastewater. There is no way to create zero wastewater. Now, since it's pushing the majority of the water back through the membrane, we're now producing pure water. You'll notice water will start to flow down from the top on the short tubing into this big DI chamber. That is good. That means you are producing pure water. and shortly after, pure water will begin to come out of your system. Now, it is not unusual for your TDS not to read 0 right off the bat. Be patient. You might not have saturated your RO enough. I know in the past that I have definitely not let enough time for saturation before. It is a very common error to make. Don't be discouraged. These systems come from the factory, ready to use, ready to run, after saturation, of course. Now, once your TDS is reading 0 from the DI, you are ready to go start cleaning some windows.